I resonate with the words of the psalmist. How long, O Lord, how long? How long must we be separated from one another? How long must we be in isolation, away from this community of faith that is so meaningful to us? How long must we be in virtual community and denied the benefit and the blessing of being together face to face in person? How long, O Lord, must we be content with being sustained with your word without the benefit of Holy Communion? How long, O Lord, how long? The thing I miss most in this time is the opportunity to embrace someone who is not in my quarantine unit. Now, don't get me wrong, the folks with whom I am in isolation, my husband Mark and my daughter Elizabeth, we've got a great thing going, but I'm really craving some physical contact with somebody outside of my home, outside of my family. I'm realizing how much I miss shaking someone's hand, holding someone's hand, the opportunity to give an encouraging pat on the back. And mostly, I miss the embraces, the hugs, the reminder that we are not alone, that we are in this together. Up until last week, I had this vision for how things were going to be when we could be together. And I was envisioning this huge worship service and lots of time to share the peace, that we could shake hands and we could hug, no masks, no 6 feet of physical distancing, time in true community, and that we could even have a meal after worship and eat together at table. But I realized last week that that probably is not going to happen, at least not anytime real soon, that this is going to be a process of figuring out when and how it is that we can be together. And it might take place over a period of months. In that time, we're getting ready to appoint a transition team that will be filled with people from our congregation who have experience and expertise, who can help us make some good, sound decisions about when and how we can be together. A group of folks that can think through some of the risks and the challenges so that when we are together, there can be policies, procedures, protocol in place that will keep us all safe and sound as we gather in community. The one thing that I do know right now is that for the month of May, we will continue to gather via online worship. And we'll do that on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m., as well as on Wednesday evenings for a service that will premiere at 6 o'clock. I encourage you to continue to make those times of community, those times of worship, a priority in your family's life. One of the things that is becoming very difficult for us is the fact that since people aren't here in person, that means that people aren't here in person to bring their offering, and that potentially creates a challenge for us. I encourage you, if you are still one of the lucky ones who is working and still receiving a paycheck, that you will continue to be faithful with your offerings to Trinity. You can do that through the website or through your phone, or you can mail your offerings here to the church office. Or if you're able to do this, what would be really fantastic is if you would consider automatic bank draft. My colleague, Kay Cook, in the church office would love to talk to you about that. And what that would mean is that we could count on your gift every month, and that could be hugely significant for us as we move forward into the coming months. This experience, it's testing our faith, it's testing our relationships, it's testing our life together in community. But the thing I know for certain is this, that just as Christ triumphed over death at Easter, so we too shall triumph over this time of chaos and crisis and uncertainty. The future is unknown to us, but the future is known to God. And it's that fact that God knows the future, that God has prepared a future, that God holds our future in God's hands, that will sustain us over the coming weeks for as long as we need to be sustained until we are together again in this place. I will continue to resonate with the words from the psalmist, "How long, O Lord, how long, until I can be with my people, until we can be together again?" But I trust in that time that God will sustain us, that God will give us exactly what we need for each moment and each day to be comforted and blessed in this time. Know that for as long as we are away from each other, I will be holding you close in my thoughts and prayers.